Hey internet, how's it going? Gate this week was actually really fun, talking about all of the craziness of taking all the refugees in, and also the escapades of the JDSF is actually slowly starting to spread amongst the land, and it's crazy because people, they do actually believe that they actually save people, but they don't necessarily believe that they actually fended off that dragon with their with their advanced weaponry and whatnot. And yeah, it's a whole bunch of politics and shit that is going on. But going on to like the surface shit of the character talk, is that Tommy, he's pretty much happy and he's trying to be a pretty good guy, except for his superiors. They don't necessarily want him bringing refugees over into back to the base. And one of his superior officers pretty much calls him out of saying like, yeah man, like you didn't miss a radio transmission. You did that because you didn't want us to tell you to fucking leave those people there and come back. To which he's like, yeah, I don't fucking know what you mean. It was just a radio thing. We don't got this and that. And of course, however, because of that, he was issued to say that because you brought them here, they are your responsibility. You got to set up tents. You got to give them baths, food, and you got to look after these people. And that's pretty much what his unit does. And they get in really, really good with these people. However, our main three leads, Lele, Luca, and also, I believe her name is Luca, the little elf girl, and also Rory, they all sort of get registered into the system. They know what they know, or at least like they give their information to the JDSF, and pretty much they all seem to like the JDSF crew a lot. Well, especially Tommy, but because they're like, yeah, he actually saved people. He was actually looking out for them and so on and so forth. And they have a very positive image of him. However, that's pretty much like where this is sort of leaves off at, because, well, except for Luca's thing, her thing sort of goes into her brother, or at least like her father, because this does talk about like before she was found. And also, like, they're like, her thing is really weird because, like, she keeps asking for, like, men's clothing, and she's asking for food and so on and so forth, or at least, like, extra helpings, but, like, when she's not eating them. And what they don't necessarily realize is that, like, she still has hope that her father is actually still alive out there somewhere and that he's going to come back. Even though sadly, him and everybody else in her village are pretty much gone. So that is what's going on there. On the political side, though, going back to what happened earlier, the knights out there, the knights of the kingdom, in this case, the princess and her little crew, they're trying to figure out is like what is going on and how they're going to protect the kingdom. And what she pretty much fucking learns is that the Empire purposely sent all the other nations' kings out there because they were threats to the Empire, and pretty much the one king, he wanted to rule everything. So like how we all said earlier a few episodes ago, and we pretty much read that shit on his face, it was the fact that he sent them out there just so that they can die and he can pretty much go over and take over everything in the land, and also he was trying to pretty much kill off everybody by pretty much like burning down settlements and poisoning people just so that he can come off as like a savior to like the entire nation. I mean, like, it's a pretty simplistic plan. I mean, like, you have an enemy, which honestly, if I can be real, the whole gate thing, and that probably might have been his doing as well. But also up on our side too, I'm not sure if that this is America or if this is like another place in like Japan or dealing with like a prime minister or something like that. But other countries, they do want to go into the gate and they want to put half of their, well, I will say America, because a few episodes ago they were talking about America coming over and trying to put half of their unit or put half of their army into that gate, just so that they can claim that land for America or pretty much whichever country it was. And honestly, it's pretty fucked up, pretty much how they're already talking about going over and they're doing those fucking colonist tactics of saying like, It's a brand new landscape. There are people there. We have way more advanced weaponry. We have way more advanced everything. We can just go and take that shit and nobody can stop us. Or pretty much like use it as a military stronghold to pretty much say like, okay, that shit is in Japan. We can go over there to a Japan, get in there and take it. And then pretty much like if we want to radio that shit in, we can always just say, yeah, man, like it's our foothold to fucking like attack Japan again, which is actually pretty crazy. I'm like, I can see some ideas there, but that is what I got to say about that. What do you think about it down there in the comment section? I'll catch you guys on the next John Grave Show. If you like this video, please hit that like button. I'll catch you next time on the next John Grave Show. Please keep watching. I'm keep playing video games. I'm out. I amaze myself sometimes. I amaze myself sometimes when I say that shit. Later.